Let's go. G'day everyone. Just up here at the truck with Jack. First time we've come up here since we had a heap of dirt delivered and extended some jumps and berms and whatnot, but we've had a lot of rain. So we've just come up to see where we've got any points that is holding water. We might have to clear out, make some runoff and whatnot. So before we have a look at that though, I just want to talk about the track. I was only thinking about it before that 20 years ago or 21 years ago it was when we started this track. I must have been 19 or 20 years old myself, and my uncle, he brought up some dump trucks with a heap of dirt. My dad jumped on a truck. I was up here with my good mates, Gus, Gita, Gareth and Rogues, and yeah, we started building this track, but way back then kind of just slapped it together. But we're fortunate enough to have an excavator and some big heavy machinery to make the track, but we did kind of just throw it together and wanted to get riding real quickly on it. And way back then that's when I rode last, up until just recently. Had an old PE 175, absolutely loved it, just couldn't kill it. Did no maintenance to it, kicked it in the guts, started every time. That was a good bike until I just over jumped that thing and I ended up snapping the frame in half underneath the motor, which was a shame. And then I got myself a 92 YZ 250, and that was pretty good, pretty clapped out old bike, but that was good fun. And my mate Gus had a TT 350, I think it was, and he just sent that on everything. We were fortunate enough back then to be able to ride in part of our sand quarry as well that wasn't worked anymore. Unfortunately, that has just changed with all the mining over the years. That's no longer theirs, and what is left there we're not allowed in there to ride, which is a shame, because that was good fun in there. So we're just going to check out now and see where we got some water laying. Okay, check out this on this part of the berm there. This berm was a lot smaller, as you can see here with us riding around it, how it was. And this is what it looks like now, and what it looks like after probably a bit over an inch of rain. So we're definitely going to have to do something about some drainage on that one. Okay, and our other jump here, this one we tended to over jump, so we've extended that now. You'll see here that one now we've extended a little bit because you couldn't help but over jump that one 9 times out of 10 before. Then you go into the small berm over here, and you can see now we've built that one right up. That'll be awesome. That's not too bad, still a bit of water laying at the bottom of that one. And then coming out of that into this jump here, that's how it looked before, and we've just extended that one, made that tabletop a bit longer. Kept the 3 jumps up the back in a row. They've been kept the same. And here's a small tabletop we had here, and this is what it looks like now. We've made quite a big one for us, and I've actually put a small tabletop just this side of it going into a little berm that cuts back onto the track then, and then onto that tabletop. When you take the big jump, you'll go through there where I've built the berm up. Isn't that right, Jack? Yeah. Reason I've got the little tabletop is my niece and nephew. They come out on their 110 and 50cc, and that's the reason why we don't have any doubles out here. It's just all tabletops, so they can get up and over them. But the real big ones that are too steep, they don't go over, so I've made a small tabletop for them. to jump over and then into a little berm, because we don't want them going over the small tabletop and then cutting in front of the down ramp of the big one if we happen to be behind them. And through there's our corner berm, and now that's been extended too, made a lot bigger. May need some touching up and some shaping. We haven't had a chance to get up here yet because of the weather since this was done, and we have all of this. There's probably a good 350 tonne of dirt there still spare, which is awesome. There's a bit better angle of our other berm coming off of the big tabletop. Used to only be small, and now just made it a little bit bigger, a little bit friendlier to get around, got a bit more room for error. What do you reckon, Jack?
Pretty nice, I reckon.
Pretty nice? Yep. Okay. So pretty pumped to get the bikes out here. I reckon it's been, what, 2 weeks since we've ridden?
Something like that.
Something like that. A good 2 weeks. Feels like forever. So pumped to get back out here. This has obviously got to dry out. It's probably going to need another good week before we can get on it. And got some adjustments to make to have a bit of drainage in some areas. But I won't lie, I'm a bit nervous about some of the jumps. What about you?
Just send it.
Just send it? Okay. I'm just going to send it until I get on my bike and come into that big one. We'll wait and see. But yeah, I haven't ridden for a good 20 years up until recently. So, but really enjoying it. And Jack and his brother Tice, what's it been, mate? 3-4 months? Yeah,
like
since they started, and they're Jack's on a 450, Ty's on a 250. So, I mean, we're just trying to get time on the bike, all of us, just to improve our riding. Don't want to push it too silly that we gonna hurt ourselves, but yeah, just got to spend time on the bike, get our confidence up, and you know, hopefully we can hit all the down ramps on these jumps. But that'll just take a little bit of time, and yeah, get a feel for our bikes back in the air again. So, I don't know. What do you reckon, mate? Anything else to add?
Probably not.
Probably not. Well, thanks for watching. Catch ya.